and it left in a hurry out to left field. That's one, as a fan, you don't want to put your hand up and catch. You might lose it. I think Dugas was trying to hit one to Tiger Stadium on that swing.
Dugas is a redshirt junior from Homa.
Oh, there's some miscommunication, clearly. Catcher was expecting a breaking ball with a runner at second. They went multiple signs. They weren't on the same page. And instead, it was an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. LSU caught a break there.
So the runners advance.
I mean, that ball hit him. That hit Grisafi right in the helmet. He didn't even get a glove on it. He was so expecting the breaking ball.
The passed ball pushes a couple of Tigers into scoring position. Here's the 2-1. Another breaking pitch, and that's been the staple of Uritage basically so far.
Lions do have bullpen activity, and wouldn't expect a 3-1 pitching change, but they are going to get a visit.
That reliever is Noah Smith. We are delighted you have chosen to spend some time with us at the ballpark tonight. Call a buddy and tell them that the LSU Southeastern Louisiana game is on the air. The SEC ESPN network bringing it to you. These teams have played a lot, as you might expect they would, just 40 miles or so apart. LSU has won 75 times against 19 losses. They last played last year. LSU came away with a 10-7 victory. And the first time they ever met in baseball was in 1937. I remember it well. It was an extra inning ball game.
Well, the most famous Southeastern Lion alum is lefty Chad Miley, who's still in the big leagues. Tossed a no-hitter last year in May. Chad Miley has been a big supporter of the Lions and has helped the program out financially, and part of a lot of the turf over there is thanks to him.
Dugas draws a base on balls. There's a Tiger everywhere with one out for Josh Pearson. Thompson at third, McManus at second, Dugas on first. A hit batter, a single, and a walk, respectively.
Now it's a good spot here for this freshman who's really come on. Josh Pearson has turned into a big-time hitter. 6 homers, most of that in the last month.
We're going to show you just how much he has come on as he swings through a changeup. The first 26 games he was hitting .265. The last 10 games he's hitting .322 with some big base hits. And he rams a liner into right. It's going to carry out to Garcia. The runner at third tags, and the throw is overshot. The runners will advance on that overthrow. A sacrifice fly by Pearson. LSU leads it 2-1 with Thompson scoring, and McManus and Dugas move into scoring position after the overthrow at the plate.
Now this ball is absolutely tattooed. In fact, he hits it almost so well. You see on that top spin on it. If he gets just a half an inch below that baseball, it's well beyond the fence in right field. He hit it just so hard, but LSU was able to score a run anyway.
Here's Dylan Cruz with 2 outs and 2 aboard. A slow twister, stays a little bit tight. Dylan Cruz bounced back to the pitcher in the first. He came into the game with a 5-game hitting streak. That curveball is high.
It's hard, you know, for someone like Uritich, who hadn't pitched a whole lot this year. You know, when you're a curveball pitcher, the more you throw, the better feel you have for that pitch. And it's a little bit rusty right now, although that was a good one. You know, it's like he throws one or two good ones, 1 or 2 bad ones. It's hard to get some consistency when you don't have a lot of mound time.
That's a fastball, and Cruz took it for a strike.
Clearly the plan against Dylan Cruz is when they do throw the fastball is to go hard in. I mean, they are really attacking the inside corner against him, not letting him get those arms extended.
Here's the make it happen pitch at 2-2, and it's a called third strike on a fishhook curveball. So Dylan Cruz looks at this breaking pitch and can't pull the trigger. He strikes out with runners at second and third, but LSU takes the lead 2-1.
Put some spring in your sip with cold brew topped with cold foam at Dunkin'. A little salty with our salted caramel cold foam, or a little sweet with our sweet cold foam. Either way, it'll be smooth sipping from here on out. Spring on the cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'.
Conventional thinking would say Verizon has the largest and fastest 5G network, but they don't. They only cover select cities with 5G. So for me, and the hundreds of drivers in my fleet, staying connected, cutting downtime, and delivering on time depends on T-Mobile 5G. And with coverage of over 96% of interstate highway miles, they've got us covered.
Unconventional thinking delivers 4 times the 5G coverage of Verizon, and it's ready right now. T-Mobile for Business.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
LSU has just now returned to one of the greatest traditions here over the last several years. This soldier salute to Staff Sergeant Sean Carmadell. He has served over 9 years in the Louisiana National Guard. He has recently returned from a 1-year deployment in Baghdad, Iraq, in support of Operation Inherent Resolve, and he currently serves in New Roads. An earnest soldier salute to Staff Sergeant Sean Carmadell. I think that's one of the best traditions in college baseball.
No, I agree with you. And I like how the LSU team, goes and shakes hands or daps up, whoever it is, and means a lot to the fans as well. They get on their feet, usually give the soldiers a standing ovation. It's a really nice gesture.
Bryce Grizzaffi swings on the first pitch and lifts it into foul ground left side. Is there room for Cranford? Nope.
Razaffi, a 5'10", 175-pound junior at a Central Catholic High School in Morgan City. Good baseball program over the years.
Dutton works in a strike. He's ahead 0-2. Razaffi with a couple of home runs. And he lobs this one to left field. Dugas is out there waiting for it, and there's the first out.
Got to feel good for Dugas to be back healthy out there in the outfield and hit that homer, his first at bat.
Well, he was a terror offensively the entire year. He put together a magnificent campaign in the SEC a year ago.
I mean, he's having a good season this year as the average is up over 305. He just doesn't have, he's only got 4 homers and 7 doubles, where last year he had 19 homers. I mean, that's, you know, it's not like he forgot how to hit. It's just the power stroke isn't the same, and that's got to be frustrating for him.
Thompson gobbles it up and unleashes over to first base. And Evan Keller, who doubled to open the game, is thrown out short to first. Samuel Dutton has been reached for a leadoff double and a 1-out home run in the second inning by Garcia. He has not walked a batter. He has struck out 1. There have been 4 ground ball outs and 3 fly ball outs and a strikeout. This is lined into that fan area in foul ground on the right side, and the ball bounces back out onto the field, where a ball girl quickly retrieves it and tosses it to one of the youngsters in the first row.
I would think that for Dutton, this is likely to be his last inning of work. You see Collins down there tossing. The fact that he's up throwing it all with nobody on, and you know, tells you that, and he's been throwing for a couple of innings, so I'm sure he'll be in next. They'll give him an inning or so just to get ready for the weekend.
That's a foul ball.
That was well struck too.
And the chase is on. That one went down the concourse. Looked like a couple of little dachshunds chasing it.
Ooh.
It's a 1-2-3 inning as that high curveball is called a strike. Roseveare not happy with it. He let it pass, but it got a piece of the strike zone, and the Tigers lead the Lions 2-1, headed to the bottom of the third.
What's it like having Xfinity internet?
It's beyond gig speed fast. So gaming with your niece has never felt more intense. Hey, what does this button do?
No, don't!
We're talking supersonic Wi-Fi, 3 times the bandwidth, and the power to connect hundreds of devices at once.
That's powerful.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You just did. Unbeatable internet from Xfinity.
Made to do anything so you can do anything.
Whoa.
LSU has out-hit the Lions 4-2 and outscored Southeastern 2-1. Noah Smith is the third pitcher in as many innings for Southeastern. Smith, a 6'3", 153-pounder out of Houston. No record and an ERA of nearly 13. He's allowed 14 hits in 8 1/3 innings. He has struck out 7. He's walked 4. That's 18 base runners in 18 and a third innings via base hit or walk. Trey Morgan is the first hitter. He singled last time. So it's been Daniel Dugas for an inning, Andrew Uritich for an inning, and now Noah Smith. A breaking ball backs Morgan out of there, but it catches the inside edge. Morgan grounds out to Roosevelt. Well, a big moment for former LSU infielder Kramer Robertson. Kramer Robertson called up today from Memphis, the AAA team of the Cardinals. He's with St. Louis now. He'll wear number 35 in the major leagues. A grinder. Kramer Robertson, a major leaguer right now with the St. Louis Cardinals. Congratulations to Kramer Robertson. That brings to 8 former Tigers in the major leagues right now.
Ooh, what a play.
What a recovery by Evan Keller at shortstop. Very well done.
Keller looks like he's like, hey, stop talking about Kramer Robertson and talk about me. And this is a Kramer-esque play from deep in the hole. Just enough oomph on it to get Doty at first base. Well done. You see the arm right there. He's got that sleeve on it. He kind of grimaced after that throw. So playing with not 100% wing right now at shortstop.
Here's Jobert with a partial shift on. He flied to right last time and takes a strike. So Noah Smith has come out of the bullpen and induced a ground ball to second and a ground ball to short. Jobert cues that one off the end of the bat. Thomas, the third baseman, makes the play, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Noah Smith.
That was
on 3 ground balls. We go to the 4th. LSU 2, Southeastern 1 on the SEC ESPN network.
The SEC taught us that no matter how hard you work, victory is never guaranteed. But fighting to get back up every single time you get knocked down is the only way to turn a setback into a comeback. Regions, official bank of the SEC.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
Two to 1 LSU as we move to the top of the 4th inning on a lovely evening for college baseball in Baton Rouge. And Bryce Collins has replaced the starter Samuel Dutton. Dutton went the first 3, and now it's Bryce Collins. Collins is 2-1 with a 2.42 ERA. He has only allowed 16 hits in 22 and a third innings. He has struck out 26. That's a huge number Walks have been somewhat of a problem with 14.
Well, you know, Collins and Dutton, we joked they're similar physique, similar styles. They almost look like it could be cousins out there on the mound. But Collins has the sharper breaking ball, and Dutton has maybe a little higher ceiling at the moment on the fastball. But they have both been big for LSU, and I think their better days are ahead. I mean, next year I anticipate Dutton and Collins to have major roles in this LSU rotation.
Tyler Finke comes to the plate for the second time. He struck out in the first. Dutton pitched the first 3 innings. He allowed no walks. He struck out 2. He was touched for 2 base hits, a leadoff double by Evan Keller, and then a 1-out home run by Christian Garcia in the next inning. But a solid performance for Dutton.
Yeah, I thought that was exactly what Jay Johnson was hoping for, to kind of get Dutton back on the horse, back on there feeling good about himself. He only went 2/3 of an inning on Sunday. They put him right back out there on Tuesday, and mission accomplished.
There's the bender, but it misses low and away. Faulkner and Thomas will follow. These are hitters 3, 4, and 5 in the Lions lineup. That swing was committed.
We've seen the full bag by Collins on the first 4 pitches. 2 changeups, a fastball, a curveball. Let's see what else he's got. You see the side angle, tried to hold up on the changeup. It clearly went.
And the count goes full on the miss. It's 3-2. Southeastern's best hitter is on deck. And he's on a 10-game hitting streak, and we're talking about Preston Faulkner. The breaking pitch is tipped foul. Tyler Finke is out of Columbus, Indiana. And Collins went back to a secondary pitch and misses low. That is the first walk issued tonight by LSU. There's Dutton, 55 pitches, no walks, a couple of strikeouts. The freshman was reached for 2 base hits, one of them a home run.
Big to not have any walks for Dutton. He flirted a little bit with it, but came through.
Faulkner is on a 10-game hitting streak, and he's been on base 14 straight games. This is the only 300 hitter for Southeastern.
And he's going to get pitched to here with first base occupied.
Finke has stolen 21 bases, and he's got a big lead. LSU catchers have not been particularly good in throwing out base stealers this year. And Finke is 21 of 22 on the base paths.
Now it's good dress rehearsal for LSU for when they face Vanderbilt the last weekend series in Nashville, and Vandy does have some base stealers in their lineup.
Finke is off with the pitch. The throw is to the third base side, and Finke swipes his 22nd sack of the season.
A stolen base, somewhat of a lost art in the modern college baseball landscape. Not a bad pitch to throw. McManus's throw down a second, though, clearly way on the shortstop side of the bag.
And Finke would have had that base stolen even if the throw would have been right into the glove of the infielder covering. Breaking pitch, top foul.
You know, people always get on the catcher for stolen bases, but really 80% of a stolen base is off of the pitcher. whether you get a good read, a good jump, how slow the pitcher is to the plate, what pitch it is. Is it a breaking ball? Is it a fastball?
Devin Fontenot is warming up for LSU. There's an over-the-top bender and a nice one on the outside corner. Faulkner was fooled on a severe breaking pitch.
Little raindrop curveball right here. Over the old Uncle Charlie, old school. You don't see it very often. The slow curve, 12-6er, and that was well placed. Perfect on that outside edge.
Shea Thomas popped up to Doty last time. Doty, the second baseman, is nearly on the third base side of second. There you see him just about behind the bag. One out, a runner in scoring position. Finke represents the tying run for the Lions. Finke is on his way. The peg to third is a good one, but it's late. And Finke has swiped second. And he has also stolen third.
How about that? Stolen base number 22 and 23 in the same inning. LSU's starting lineup combined doesn't have 23 stolen bases on the year.
Finke has been caught but once, so he has turned a walk into a triple.
In fact, LSU as the entire starting lineup only has 12 stolen bases all season.
And nobody has more than 3.
That is a philosophical difference in a big way. Remember, LSU last 15 years, very much a hit and run squad, steal a lot of bases. You've got 2 guys on this team that had double-digit steals a year ago, and combined, they've only got, I think, like 6.
The 1-2 pitch. Collins is thinking strikeout. And he gets it. There'll have to be a play at first, and there is.
Well, that Collins curveball, when he's on, it is really special. He's got like 3 different kinds. He has the 0-0, just get it over curveball when they're anticipating a fastball. He's got a sharper one. He can throw it slow. He can throw it hard and bounce it in the dirt. I mean, it's special.
And we'll have a conference here.
It's Coach Kelly, the pitching coach for LSU, and this is a conversation about how to handle Garcia, who homered his last time up, and this is just to make sure that Collins bears down and executes the plan that he wants.
Fontenot looking on in the bullpen.
Kelly, first year at LSU after time at Arizona State and Washington, where he did a fantastic job at those schools.
He's an ex-college pitcher. He blew his arm out and couldn't continue. And I talked to him a few days ago, and he said really in the long run that was the best thing that could have happened to him. He said it put him in a position to start coaching at a very young age. Garcia waits. Ball 1, and the ball bounces to the left side. McManus is able to get on it.
Boy, Finke, he could have scored had he shuffle, and the minute you watch right here, the minute that McManus looks towards first and the ball is to the third, that's when Finke should have gone. And Matt Reiser over at third base had, kind of turned away in frustration. He knew they had the tie and run they could have scored on.
2 outs, a runner at third. A bender drops in for a strike. This was Garcia's swing back in the second inning.
That was a no-doubter off the base of the scoreboard and left.
Collins is throwing a lot of breaking pitches. 2-1, 2 outs. A runner at third without benefit of a base hit. A walk by Finke to lead things off. He stole second base. He did the same to third. Faulkner and Thomas have struck out. Garcia at the plate. The tying run is 90 feet away. Another bender. And another foul ball.
They're just staying with the plan. Curveball them is the plan. They're not deviating. Garcia.
Another few moments and we will be in the gloaming. Someday I've got to get to Ireland and see a real gloaming. The 2-2 pitch. Another breaking ball. Left side. Thompson charges. Transfers and fires out at first base. Bryce Collins with an excellent job of pitching with a runner in scoring position. And we move forward. A runner left at third. LSU 2. Southeastern 1 as we head to the bottom of the fourth in Baton Rouge.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
Put some spring in your sip with cold brew topped with cold foam at Dunkin'. A little salty with our salted caramel cold foam, or a little sweet with our sweet cold foam. Either way, it'll be smooth sipping from here on out. Spring on the cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'.
2 runs, 4 hits for the home team. 1 run, 2 hits for the visiting Southeastern Lions out of the Southland Conference. Here's the SEC baseball tournament information. It's Hoover, Alabama, May 24th through the 29th. Everything will be televised. Games 1 through 16 on the SEC network. The championship game, May 29th, 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Baton Rouge time, will be on ESPN2.
Interesting scenario for the Southeastern Lions, talking about conference tournaments. For the first time, the Southland Conference is going to split into 2 locations for their conference tournament. You'll have first place team hosting a 4-team regional type tournament format, and then the second place team hosting. And at the moment, if the standings were to stay the way they are now, Southeastern would be one of those 2 host sites. And then the 2 winners facing a 2 out of 3 the following week. It's really unique and different, and will be really fun to watch and see how it goes.
I like that format. Number one, it rewards the top two teams. Number two, you get a much better opportunity at a good crowd on one of the home campuses, two of the home campuses in the first round. And Ronnie, I just think it's unique. I think it's fair. There you see it, held at campus sites May 19th through the 28th. Now this is a full 4-team regional type tournament in that first round. And Thompson is aboard for the second time. He's been hit by a pitch and he has walked. So the winners of the two brackets, the first two regionals, if you will advance to a championship series. That's the best 2 out of 3, and that will be played May 26th, 27th, and 28th at the home field of the highest seed.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that. That's going to be a big crowd. If you're having a winner-take-all opportunity to win a ring, win a championship at any division, you're going to have one of your more exciting, biggest crowds of the year. So I like the format, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the reaction is by the fans and by the players and coaches when it's all said and done.
Quite honestly, I think that's a format that other leagues should take a hard look at around the country.
It also helps on the expenses of it. You got two different sites, but you're going to get the draw at the gate to make it worthwhile.
By that designation, 2 teams don't travel.
Right. A lot of fun activity. We'll see this week. The big matchup between Southeastern and will be in Thibodaux taking on the Nichols Colonels in a 3-game series. And I've never seen this before. There are 6 teams, 1 game out of first place, 2 in first place, 4 all tied for second place, 6 teams all within 1 game of each other, and they all play each other in the final weekend in the Southland.
At one point last weekend, there were 5 teams tied for first place.
And I'm sure Wade Miley's going to be cheering for his Lions, not his cousin Chad, this weekend when they play down in Thibodaux.
Tyler McManus draws a base on ball, so a pair of walks from Noah Smith, who had no trouble inducing 3 quick ground ball outs in the third, but the plate is jumping around on him here in the 4th inning. He has walked Thompson, he has walked McManus. Collier Cranford comes to the plate. The last time Cranford was here was in the 2nd inning. He had runners at first and second, nobody out, and popped out. Let's see if they call on him to bunt this time. We've got a 1-run ball game, 2-1. LSU leads in the bottom of the 4th. There's a strike from Noah Smith. Now, speaking of Southland Conference postseason action, the Southland softball tournament is being played as we speak in Hammond. And that should be quite the tournament as well. McNeese finished in first place. Southeastern finished in second place, just 1 game behind the Cowgirls. Those are the 2 favorites, but Northwestern State's had a good year. Texas A&M Corpus Christi's had a good year. And we'll see how that plays out. The championship game is at noon on Friday. Two balls and a strike to LSU's third baseman Collier Cranford.
Yeah, right now over in Hammond Southeastern, the Lions they're leading Nichols 9-1 in the 5th inning in that game.
So that one appears as though it might be on the way to an 8-run mercy rule victory for the Lions. And Smith having trouble throwing strikes here in his 2nd inning of work. He is on the verge of walking the first 3 batters. Three and 2 now. Let's see if the bunt remains. as the instruction for Collier Cranford. He's hit by a pitch. LSU is up to 93 now on the season.
They're trying to catch Southeastern to all in one game. Lions are #1 in the country in hit by pitches.
So a walk to Thompson, a walk to McManus. Cranford is hit by a 3-2 pitch. Cranford must be in a little bit of discomfort. He's drawing some attention at first base. Myron Miller is the plate umpire. Christopher Simons is at first base. Jeff Head is working third base. And James Ainsworth is the other umpire. Dugas has homered and walked. There is no place to put him. Ball 1 high and away.
Dugas this year 0 for 4 with the bases loaded. He's due.
That levels the count at 1. Dugas has hit right-handed pitching a lot better than left-handed pitching this year.
As have the entire LSU team.
Dugas against left-handers is 5 for 21. He's hitting .328 against right-handers. The 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. That levels the count at 2. Thompson and McManus and Cranford are on base.
Those are 2 good pitches that Dugas hitters counts knew they were coming. One an 85-mile-an-hour fastball, the other 87, and he fouled them back. Those are ones you, as a hitter, you cringe a little bit. Like, ooh, I just missed that one.
The 2-2 is laced into left field. That will produce at least 1 run. Here comes the second Tiger from second base. The throw is cut off. Dugas drives in his second and third RBI of this game, and the Tigers take their biggest lead on a solid 2-run single by Gavin Dugas.
They tried to go changeup, after he had fouled off the fastballs, and they went changeup, just not enough speed or deception there. Dugas did a nice job of, even though he was fooled a little, keeping his hands back. And McManus comes chugging around third, scored twice.
Thompson and McManus score. Cranford stopped at second. Dugas, after the 2-run single, is at first. And here's Pearson, who has bounced out to second base and hit a line drive sacrifice to right field in the second inning. Pearson comes into the game with a 4-game hitting streak.
Last time up, Pearson hit a ball as hard as you could, but just right at the right fielder.
That's chop foul at the plate, and the count is even at 1. Dylan Cruz is on deck. Noah Smith retired LSU quickly on 3 ground ball outs in the third. But he has not retired a batter here in the fourth, and he hits Pearson. So that's 3 hit batters tonight. That brings the Tigers total to 94 on the season. And this one is getting a bit ragged for Southeastern in the fourth. And we are going to have a pitching change. So it came apart for Smith in the fourth. He walked 2 batters, he hit 2 batters, and he yielded a 2-run single to Gavin Dugas. So Southeastern goes to its bullpen, and we will step aside just for the moment. LSU's lead is 4-1 over the Lions, with more to come when we return.
Come on. They know I got it. I think they know about it. No other way around it. Check out the way we rock it. I got it. You got it. We got it. Come on. Yeah. They know I got it. Yeah. I think they know about it. No other way around it. Check out the way we rock it. I got it.
The first ever Corolla Cross. Toyota. Let's go places.
I've got that blue sky. I've got that sunshine.
The SEC taught us that no matter how hard you work, victory is never guaranteed. But fighting to get back up every single time you get knocked down is the only way to turn a setback into a comeback. Regions, official bank of the SEC.
The Lions have gone to their bullpen for the 3rd time, and Alex Potter out of Parker, Colorado, is a junior right-hander, and he inherits base runners and a 4-1 deficit. No record, 9 innings of work, 9 ERA, I should say, 11 innings of work. He's given up 16 hits. He has struck out 9 and walked 7.
You know, for the Southeastern Lions, Lynn, it has been a tough year on the mound. Going from the beginning of the fall to now, they have lost 7 pitchers due to injury that would have been starters, main relievers, big contributors to this team. And yet here they are going into the final weekend of the regular season with a chance to win a conference tournament. I know Matt Reiser's had better teams, but if things work out for them, this may end up being his best coaching year.
Cruz has had a couple of difficult at-bats. He hit a one-hopper back to the mound in the first, and then he struck out on an off-speed pitch in the second. The bases are loaded. Cruz tops this one slowly to third and is thrown out by Shea Thomas, an RBI infield out off the bat of Cruz. He is one of the leading RBI producers in the SEC. That's number 53. Cranford scored. Dugas moved up to third, and Pearson is now at second base. How about that? 53 runs batted in 48 games now for Cruz.
I mean, he is a professional hitter in the college game.
That might find center field. It does, off the bat of Trey Morgan. 2 more Tigers score, and LSU is extending its lead here in the fourth. Trey Morgan with a 2-run single. That's his second base hit of the night.
Right here, down and in, Morgan just takes it right back up the middle. Got a base hit the other way. Basically, they had the shift on, and he hit the ball to shortstop. Went for a base hit first time up that time. Second base side of second base bag for a single.
All these runs are charged to Noah Smith. Doty takes a big swing but cannot find it. So how about Smith? A 1-2-3 inning on 3 ground balls in the third, but then he gives up 5 runs on 1 hit in the next inning. Doty is 1 for 2. The base hit came with 2 outs in the first inning. In Dugas and Pearson lately, and Cruz and Morgan and Doty, and Barry when he returns from the sideline. That is a fearsome lineup of 6 300-plus hitters.
Yes, it is.
Doty collects his second base hit.
LSU needs that. They need that guy right there, number 4. K. Doty, to get back to swinging the way he was a month or so ago. This is just a missile. Good back control, went down and got it. Second hit of the night now, 2 for 3. That average will climb up over 305 now.
Braden Jobert comes to the plate for the third time. He has flied to right and bounced out to third. Jobert's average has decreased to 253 after a tremendously hot start. That is a smash in fair territory down the first base line. Here come 2 more Tigers, and Jobert stops at second base. A ringing double over the bag. And the Tigers have scored 7 times in the fourth. The latest coming on a 2-run double by Jobert.
Jobert just drops the head on it. That ball down and in, went and pulled it down the line. You know, his last time up, he hit the ball right in the button, just to right center field. They had him played that way. And he hit it hard again. And that's all you can do as a hitter. Try to get that average up. Just barrel baseballs and hope you find the right spacing. And that guy's too good of a hitter to stay down. That average is going to start turning the other way.
LSU has batted around and scored 7 times. Jordan Thompson has been hit by a pitch, and he has walked and scored. That came in this inning. Ball 1 from Alex Potter. Nine to 1 LSU. 1 in the first, 1 in the second. And the Tigers got to the end zone with an extra point here in the fourth.
You know, Jordan Thompson is the only batter in this LSU lineup with more walks than strikeouts on the season. He's got 28 walks, 27 punch-outs.
That's kind of a lost number, isn't it?
It is.
He hits it on a hop. The shortstop makes a fine play. They've got the runner hung up momentarily, out on a close play at second base.
I thought he got back. And I think they're going to review it. It was a mistake by Jobert. You're at second base with 1 out, ball's hit in front of you. You've got to hold your water, make it go through. But he got caught in a rundown. And did he make it back to the bag in time? Oh, yeah.
Yes, he did.
I think he did.
So this review is likely to go LSU's way. But we will await official confirmation.
They're showing the replay on the scoreboard.
This is really a late toss.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that ball a lot sooner. It's close, but I think he's safe. We'll see.
Shea Thomas, the third baseman, had the ball cocked above his head, but took a couple of extra steps before throwing it. And that cost him, apparently. Even though the initial ruling is out, I think it will be overturned.
There is a final over in Hammond in the Southland Conference softball tournament. The Lions win their opening game against the Nichols Colonels 10-2 in front of a big crowd.
Let's go to the SEC scoreboard, and we'll do that after this rendering. It is an overturn, and he is safe at second. Tennessee in the 7th inning leads Bellarmine 9-5.
Beller what?
It's either Bellarmine or Bellarmine.
Yeah. Either I'm good with.
Florida over Bethune-Cookman in the 9th, 7-0. Auburn 10-0 over Troy in the 5th. That's at Troy, by the way. That's nice of Auburn to take that short drive. Mississippi State is being defeated by Samford. It's 8-4 in the 5th inning. Indiana State is leading Vanderbilt in Nashville 4-2 in the 6th inning. South Carolina Upstate is up on South Carolina in the 5th, 5-2. Alabama 10, Jacksonville State 0. That's in the bottom of the 6th. That's a game at Jacksonville State. Alabama on the road. And UT Martin in Kentucky was canceled. You are up to date, and we will check the scoreboard in a couple of innings or so for updates. Jobert at second base, Thompson at first. McManus has singled and walked and scored.
The emergence of McManus in the back end of this lineup really is going to make this bottom 4th tough to deal with. I mean, think about it. 6, 7, 8, 9 right tonight. Jobert, Thompson, McManus. Kyle Cranford's hitting 9th. But Jobert, Thompson, McManus, they all at different points of the year have hit, 4th, 5th in this lineup. And while McManus is swinging the hottest bat that he has all year long, he's hitting 8th. So this LSU offense is tough to deal with as a pitcher. There's not a break until you get to the 9 hole.
I always considered the 8th place hitter, if he had an ego, I would just tell him
the double cleanup.
You're the second cleanup batter.
That's right. That's right. It's all about the presentation.
The 3-2 pitch. 1 out, runners at first and second. The runners are moving. A liner over the shortstop's head. It will roll into left center field. Braden Jobert scores from second base. Jordan Thompson hustles to third. And the hit parade continues here in the 4th inning. An 8-run 4th for LSU.
Again, this ball just hit hard. I mean, McManus is seeing it well. Second hit of the night for him, where he just kind of tomahawked one.
He's also walked and scored. And here's Cranford, who is 0 for 1 with a run scored. This is the 12th batter to come to the plate here in the 4th inning, and there's still only 1 out. There is no room for any of the Lions to make it. Bellarmine, is that the way it's pronounced?
Yeah, we got an expert who it's Bellarmine.
Bellarmine?
Bellarmine, yep. They played a couple of SEC schools this year.
Yeah, they have, because we butchered the name earlier as well.
Earlier this year. It's located in Louisville, Kentucky. Wonder if they play on Kentucky Derby weekend, or if it's just a holiday and they don't schedule a game. Did you watch the Derby? Did you see the giant upset?
I didn't. I understand the winner literally was entered into the Derby with less than a minute to go after somebody was scratched the day before.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
84-1 long shot. $20 ticket paid you $1,600. That's better than crypto a couple years ago.
(10-1) Tigers with an 8-run explosion in the 4th inning. There's an out at second. And an out. No, safe at first. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag. Faulkner was doing his best to imitate Trey Morgan, but he could not hold on with the stretch.
Let's take a look right here at the end, because Faulkner, the first baseman, said he thought he got him. No, he's safe. You can see it. I don't think it had to do so much with the foot coming off the bag. I think Cranford actually beat the ball into the glove.
I think he did too, but the umpire's motion was that the foot came off the bag. I don't think this will take long to uphold the safe call. And I think you're exactly right. I think Cranford was able to beat the throw before the contact with the bag was even an issue defensively by the first baseman.
Well, LSU accomplishing everything you want in a midweek game before a giant weekend series here tonight. Watch right here. Watch, the foot is on the bag before the ball is secured in the webbing, and then and again, the ruling on the field is safe, so I don't think there's anything we saw right there that would change that. But we're playing in the bottom of the 4th, Lynn. LSU's already got 10 hits in this ball game. We're going to see that bench get emptied here in a probably another inning.
We also might see this game start on Tuesday and conclude on Wednesday.
It's kind of status quo for this year. By the way, while we have a minute, they do uphold the call for a former Southeastern Lion alum, a guy who was a heck of a player and is in the Hall of Fame over at Southeastern. Cass Hargis was named the head baseball coach at St. Thomas More today.
Congratulations.
And that's one of the top programs in the state. Tons of players, including the Stevenson brothers here at LSU, Mikey Matuk, Lyle Mouton, the list goes on and on and on. All the great players that went from St. Thomas More to LSU. But Cass Hargis now, who after spending time at his alma mater, Holy Cross, and on the staff at McNeese and everything like that, he's now the head coach of STM.
Dugas is batting for the 4th time, and we play in the 4th inning. He lifts a fly ball to center field. There's plenty of room for Finke, and it comes out of the darkness for the 3rd out. But LSU blows up the scoreboard with 9 runs in the 4th, and we move forward with the Tigers out in front 11-1 over the Lions of Southeastern Louisiana.
In the future, we'll travel to incredible places with the help of magical technology. But what about today?
I can't wait for what tomorrow will bring. But in the meantime, let's enjoy the ride.
My name is Gary.
Pastel.
Josie. I have MS.
I have MS.
MS is what we have.
I take Ocrevus,
an infusion treatment that's 2 times a year.
For adults with relapsing or primary progressive forms of multiple sclerosis, Ocrevus is proven effective in reducing relapses in RMS and slowing disability progression in RMS and PPMS.
Don't take Ocrevus if you've had a life-threatening allergic reaction to it or have hepatitis B.
Tell your doctor about vaccinations or if you've had Hep B, as it could come back. A common side effect of Ocrevus is infusion reactions, and some may require hospitalization. It can increase your risk of infections, which can be serious and may decrease certain types of immunoglobulins. While PML was not reported in clinical trials, it could happen. An increased risk of cancer, including breast cancer, may exist.
MS is what we have,
Not who we are.
Not who we are.
Not who we are. Ask if Ocrevus is right for you and join our community.
Nine of those 11 runs for LSU came in the fourth inning. Tigers with 9 base hits. And right now a very comfortable lead over Southeastern Louisiana. Now we are having a brewing internet battle on the proper pronunciation of Bellarmine or Bellarmine. We'll get to that in a moment. Look on your screen. Key dates coming up. Tournament selection show, May 30th. The regionals, June 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. The super regionals, the 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. And the College World Series will run from June 17th through the 27th. So we've got a regular member of our crew watching tonight who's unable to participate, but he says it's Bellarmine. And we have a local sports personality whose roommate went to that college, and he says it's Bellarmine.
Bellarmine.
So
Yep.
who are you going with?
I mean, I got the roommate pronunciation with an audio file.
Oh.
Pronouncing it correctly.
Oh, wow.
I'm going with that.
So you not
no
only
disrespect to our guy Randy.
You not only have phonetic evidence, you've got oral evidence.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Although Randy says he's got the Google audio file. I think we got to can we get the Bellarmine coach on the line? When they call a recruit, do they say, "Hi, this is Bellarmine calling"?
So you're still going with the local expert plus his roommate who went to that college. I think I'm going there too.
I'm going with the roommate. Randy's
Well, you
never
would think.
stepped foot on the campus.
It's in Louisville, right?
Yeah, he doesn't. Has Randy ever been to Louisville? I doubt it. So that's what I'm going with. Good curveball.
Very good.
2-2 breaking ball, pulled the string. Tremendous depth on that breaking ball. Starts off at the letters, breaks down to the knees. Watch here. I mean, that ball's up at the shoulders and then ends up at the kneecaps.
Tristan Welch, who is a Baton Rouge guy, he was at the plate for the second time. He bounced out to third in the second inning.
Tristan Welch, who started his career off at Catholic High School in Baton Rouge, playing for Brad Bass. And he made the rounds. LSU Eunice, excellent junior college program down the road, then ended up at A&M Corpus Christi before finding a home in Hammond.
I'm getting more internet.
Wow. That got him on the follow through.
Let's see how McManus is able to handle it.
If it was pro ball, this next one, you'd have to look out if you're hit him. Watch the follow through. Ooh. As a hitter, I don't even know if you say you're sorry. That one's just nothing you can say.
Well, we put you right at home plate, didn't we, with that audio? Here's the 3-ball, 2-strike pitch. Fouled off. I'm getting more internet evidence that it's Bellarmine, or Bellarmine. Bellarmeen as the phonetic pronunciation. You're still going with a roommate, though, huh?
It was very convincing. I'm just not sold you know how to use the internet. So I'm going to stay with...
Well, that's a valid assumption.
I'm going to stay with my guy.
But it's not me on the research. This is a get out of the way half swing, and he did commit.
Power fastball inside and wasn't able to hold up.
That's a nice pitch at the knees with some hook to it. Grizzaffi tonight has flied to left field.
Well, we're getting more evidence that I'm correct, Lynn. I'm going to play you a clip in the break from a basketball game from the announcing team.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I'm impressed with your legion of researchers.
Yeah.
Just put it up to your headset and play it over the microphone. I mean, this is intriguing.
In an 11-1 game, it absolutely is. Oh, nice piece of hitting. Off balance, went down and got it on the changeup.
That is only the third hit for the Lions, and it's their first base hit that hasn't been for extra bases. It comes with 2 outs. Right off the end of the bat, Grizzaffi went down to get it and lobs it into left field for a 2-out single.
You get rewarded if your hands start high and back, because as you lunge forward, even if you're fooled, you're able to buy some time. Maybe even though your bottom half gets caught off balance, your hands can be back just enough to barrel it.
Evan Keller has doubled and bounced out to short. Cruz is on the run. Can he get there? At the wall, looks up. Goodbye. Evan Keller with some power tonight at the top of the order. He doubled in the first, and he hits one deep over the left center field wall for home run number 7 as a leadoff batter. Evan Keller, after the 2-out single by Grizzaffi, launches this deep over the left center field wall. Cruz went back as far as he could, but it's out of everybody's reach.
7th homer of the year for Keller. It has kind of that Bagwell stance, wide spread, not much, not much front foot movement, just kind of spread out, and he ran into that one. It was off the bat a no-doubter.
All 3 runs for the Lions have been produced by homers. A solo shot by Garcia in the 2nd, and a deep 2-run homer with 2 outs here in the 5th.
I can't wait to show you my video evidence. I've got multiple video evidence files now pouring in to back my Bellarmine.
I never doubted you. I was just giving the party across the aisle its due as well.
Well, you're a loyal friend. I get it. Randy's your guy, but
not when he's wrong.
But we'll We'll take a look here in the break, see what we can play and what we can't. How about Blake Money down there getting ready in the bullpen? That's something we may start to see moving forward on the weekend even.
Two balls, two strikes to Roosevelt. He has popped up and struck out. And on a half swing, he stays alive as he pushes it foul beyond everybody's reach. Here's one of your buddies who sends a text saying, I could listen to you two knuckleheads all day. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch.
Pulled the string. That at the end of the day, when Collins isn't sure what to do or he's in a big moment, he's got that breaking ball, that 72-mile-an-hour breaking ball that he can always go to.
But this is Evan Keller depositing one deep over the left center field wall. That adds 2 runs to the Southeastern total. LSU leads it 11-3 going to the bottom of the 5th.
Why don't you do cool spins?
The people need to read it.
I can't read it.
It's because you're like 4.
4.5.
Switch to Progressive and you can save hundreds. You know, like the sign says.
Welcome back, everyone. Ronnie Ranch, Lynn Rollins with you. We are delighted that you have chosen to spend some time with us. Baseball in Baton Rouge. Tigers lead at 11-3 with 9 hits. The Lions have used 4 pitchers. They are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. The 3 runs have come on homers. Keller, the latest to hit one out of the ballpark for Southeastern. Collins has worked a couple of innings. Dugas 2 for 3 with a solo home run. He's driven in 3 for LSU. It was a 9-run 4th inning that turned a close game into a big advantage for LSU.
Here we go. Senior day for the Bellarmine Knights.
All right, that's conclusive evidence. We don't need to go to Birmingham for a review. That was the Bellarmine Knights public address announcer on their basketball senior day.
And we have video evidence from the video of the school graduation and another source that grew up in Louisville. Family went there. It's pronounced Bellarmine.
Bellarmine it is forever.
We need to get them to send us a t-shirt. A 2X would be great. I'd love the gray, property at Bellarmine University or something like that.
With a pronunciation on the front.
Absolutely. It's funny because the LeBear's Casino down over in Lake Charles, when the first X amount of years when you checked into the room, they had a teddy bear on your bed with a t-shirt that with the proper pronunciation, Low Bears, and that's why it was a teddy bear, because people always called it LeBear's. Well, Bellarmine needs to do the same thing.
That's caught in center field for out number 1. And it brings on Cruz after the fly out by Pearson. Josh is 0 for 2 tonight with a run scored and a sacrifice fly. Cruz is 0 for 3 with an RBI ground out and needs a base hit to move his hitting streak to 6. That's a really nice pitch by Potter. Cruz lifts it to right field. Garcia waits for it to come out of the darkness. And there are quickly 2 outs on fly balls to center field and right field.
Well, it's what you want to do when your offense get you a 2 spot on the board just to get a little momentum and feel good back in this game for the Lions. You want to go out there and reward your team with some good momentum, and Potter has done that. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
That one hopper bounces up chest high for Rosevere. And Trey Morgan is quickly retired. A 1-2-3 inning. But LSU has an 11-3 advantage with the 6th inning straight ahead in Baton Rouge on the SEC ESPN network.
Okay, this is a freezer, not a time capsule. Sometimes the house itself can tell you how a young homeowner is turning into their parents.
Not those 2.
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep.
That there is Progressive's Home Quote Explorer website, where I compared home insurance rates.
We don't need to print the internet. Some are beyond help. I will give you $100 if you can tell me what this is. Scotch egg. It's a meatball.
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
We've got a lot of work to do.
Put some spring in your sip with cold brew topped with cold foam at Dunkin'. A little salty with our salted caramel cold foam, or a little sweet with our sweet cold foam. Either way, it'll be smooth sipping from here on out. Spring on the cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'.
This is Vuity, the first and only FDA-approved eye drop that improves age-related blurry near vision.
Wait, what? It sounded like you just said an eye drop that may help you see up close.
I did. It's an innovative way to...
So wait, I don't always have to wear reading glasses?
Yeah. Vuity helps you see up close.
So I can see up close with just my eyes?
Uh-huh. With 1 drop in each eye once daily.
In focus?
Yep.
Like, really?
Really. Vuity's a prescription eye drop to help you see up close.
Ow, wait, what? Wait, what?
See for yourself. Use Vuity with caution in night driving and hazardous activities in poor light. Also, if your vision is not clear, do not drive or use machinery. Contact your doctor immediately if you have sudden vision loss. Most common side effects are headache and eye redness. And save at myvuitypoints.com. See for yourself. Learn how to sign up and save at myvuitypoints.com.
Well, let's take a more general and broader and deeper look. Well, let's take a more general and broader and deeper look at SEC baseball. What you see on your screen now, the most consecutive seasons without a losing record. These are active streaks in the SEC. LSU has gone 39 straight years without a losing season. South Carolina is next at 24, Ole Miss at 23, and Vanderbilt at 17. But Ronnie, that puts some of the excellence of LSU history front and center.
That's a pretty impressive streak. I mean, 1981, Jack LeMahieu was the head coach back in 1981. Coach Skip Bertman took over in the fall of 1983. That's how far back you have to go before LSU had a losing season.
Here's Blake Money coming out of the bullpen for the first time in a while. Out of Spring Hill, Tennessee, 2-4 record, an ERA of 5.20. A little more than 53 innings of work, 56 hits allowed. He has struck out 51. He has walked 19. And Blake Money, the last couple of weeks, has not had success as LSU's weekend starter.
Well, this is the first relief appearance this season for Blake Money. It was a year ago, the last time he did it. And remember, he kind of fell off towards the end of the year a year ago, didn't make the postseason roster, rededicated himself and his body and everything, had a great fall and winter, got off to a hot start had a little bit of a weird wrist thing that happened in the A&M series or right before, and hasn't been quite the same since. And the last 3 starts, he did not make it past the 3rd inning. So the Tigers giving him an opportunity to maybe fix some things in the bullpen.
Money unloads a fastball at 94 miles per hour. Finke has struck out. He has walked. He has swiped a couple of bases. Faulkner is on deck, and then Shea Thomas. And if you've joined us late or missed the breaking news from today, former LSU shortstop Kramer Robertson has been called up by the St. Louis Cardinals. He is the latest LSU player to join a major league team. That gives LSU 8 alumni on major league rosters as we speak.
I hope that I haven't seen online on social media, and I wonder if there will be a video that comes forward of the call, because I always love that when you're able to see behind the scenes when a player gets that call, or the reaction by his teammates when he goes in the locker room and says, hey, I just got the call of the big leagues for the very first time. It is an emotional, special moment.
Cruz is retreating, and he's there. Out number 1. Now remember, Robertson was called up in postseason last year by the Cardinals. He did not appear in a game.
He was on the taxi squad, even though he was in the dugout.
He was on the reserve list.
Yes, he wasn't on the active roster.
But he could have been activated.
He was on that COVID reserve postseason roster.
There's a breaking pitch with a little steam behind it to Faulkner. Preston has grounded out and struck out. He was caught looking last time on an off-speed pitch. He falls behind 0-2. Samuel Dutton went 3 innings. Bryce Collins pitched a couple of frames, and now Blake Money.
This is, it's kind of important how Blake Money handles this relief appearance and maybe coming out of the pen moving forward, because obviously there's some frustration on his part, of how things have gone the last couple of weeks. But if he can, lock in, realize, hey, let me get back to the guy I was back in February, and not pout about it or get upset at the coaches, but take it as a new challenge, because he's got tremendous stuff. Look, nothing fancy right there. 95 miles an hour. You have to honor the breaking ball, but then he hits you with that 95-mile-an-hour heat from a 6'7" frame. You just don't see that very often.
He tried the bender there and leaves it inside. This has certainly been a mix and match and piece together and cobble season with the entire LSU pitching staff. Other than Mikhail Hilliard, there has not been a starter who you can count on to even get into the 5th inning.
Yeah, it's one LSU starter and then a bunch of relievers, but they have team pitched very well the last month.
Cruz on the move, quickly going to his left, and he nears the dirt and makes the grab.
He just keeps getting better and better as a center fielder. Earlier, maybe a right fielder playing center. Now he's one of the best in the league.
3 up, 3 down. Blake Money gets the job done in relief in the 6th inning. It's 11-3, LSU.
Okay, this is a freezer. not a time capsule. Sometimes the house itself can tell you how a young homeowner is turning into their parents.
Not those two.
Yep, they're gone.
Forever?
Yep.
That there is Progressive's Home Quote Explorer website, where I compared home insurance rates.
We don't need to print the internet. Some are beyond help. I will give you $100 if you can tell me what this is.
Scotch egg.
It's a meatball.
Progressive can't help you from becoming your parents, but we can help you compare rates on home insurance with Home Quote Explorer.
We've got a lot of work to do.
Who do you think you are? Saying no to settling, and yes to getting all of the above. Oh, right. You're you. TJ Maxx, where you can afford to be you to the max.
It's 11-3 LSU. The Tigers will come to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning in Baton Rouge. Here's LSU's NCAA tournament resume: 32-15 on the year, 14-10 in the SEC. 7-12 versus RPI teams in the top 50, but an 18 RPI right now for the Tigers. Strength of schedule is good. Doty at the plate, Potter the pitcher. Shift is on.
Well, I know Jay Johnson believes LSU currently at 14-10 in the SEC. He believes if they get to 18 wins, not only will they host a regional for sure, but they have a chance to back in that number 8 national seed. He feels like 17 wins is an automatic lock as well to host a regional, and 16 they're on the bubble. Well, to get to 7, they just have to go 3-3, and they're 17 rather. They got to go 3-3 in their last 6 games, and that's doable.
Ole Miss here, Vanderbilt on the road.
Look at Jay and the year he's done in year 1. It seems like they, like a lot of LSU teams of the past, struggled early, figured some things out, but now as the calendar has turned to May, they're playing their best baseball.
Jobert is 1 for 3 with a 2-run double. As he pulled one down the right field line, he sizzled a ball over first base. A strike from Alex Potter. Potter has pitched since the 4th inning. 9 hits for LSU, 3 runs, 4 hits for Southeastern. This season is quickly accelerating to an end during the 56-game regular season. LSU has had 1 home game rainout this year. It does not appear as though it will be made up. That was against Lamar on April 12th. Canceled by weather, and I've heard nothing about any sort of makeup game.
It's not going to be made up, and I think I know that was really LSU's choice. That was Jay's choice, and I think he got to the point where he looked at the schedule and said, I don't know that it's worth it to, because if you win that game, will it make a difference if you beat a Lamar, if you reschedule and you schedule Southern across town because it's a convenient? Will it make a difference on being a national seed or not? What it will do is you'll have to use pitching for 9 innings going into a big weekend this week, and then next week you have a short week. You play Northwestern State on a Tuesday, and your league starts on Thursday. So there wasn't an ideal spot to put it, and he decided just not play it.
Very well done, with Roseveare getting it started at second base, and Keller holding on for the force at second. This is really nicely done by the middle infielders.
Nice job to his left. Is the foot on the bag? And it looked like it might have been right at the beginning. Roseveare at second base for Southeastern. His dad actually played high school baseball with Ben McDonald at Denham Springs High.
Here's Jordan Thompson. He's been hit by a pitch. He's walked. He's reached on a fielder's choice. He has scored twice. McManus is on deck, 1 out, 1 on. An 8-run lead for LSU in the 6th inning. The Tigers have 5 consecutive home games before they wrap up the regular season in Nashville against Vanderbilt. Ole Miss will be here on Friday night. That's a 7:30 start Central Time. It's on ESPN2. Ole Miss will be here Saturday at 2 o'clock local time. That will be available to you on the SEC network. And then Ole Miss and LSU will wrap up that series and the final home series for LSU this year against SEC competition at 1 o'clock on Sunday. And Ronnie and I will be back for that one on SEC Network Plus. So ESPN2 on Friday, SEC Network on Saturday, SEC Network Plus on Sunday. And then LSU's last regular season game in this ballpark is next Tuesday, a week from tonight, against Northwestern State, also out of the Southland Conference. And we'll have that one for you on SEC Network Plus. There's Jordan Thompson's first base hit. He's had a productive night at the plate. With 2 runs scored, he's been on base by a hit batter, a walk, and a fielder's choice, and a single.
Just a fastball right below the knees, actually, but Thompson did a good job of going back up the box, not trying to pull that ball. Tyler McManus, look at that average, Lynn, up to 290 now.
2 for 2 tonight. 2 singles, an RBI, and a run scored.
Curious if he's seeing multiple baseballs out there after the whack he took in the head last inning on the follow-through behind when he was the catcher. Aim for the one in the middle.
Leadoff batters tonight, 4 for 6, runners on, 8 for 16, runners in scoring position, batting .400, and with 2 outs, 2 for 7 tonight. Situational hitting has been profitable for the Tigers.
There's
That's
another.
A fair ball. McManus is 3 for 3. He drives in another run and will stop at second base with a double. A second inning single, a 4th inning walk, and a run scored. A 4th inning RBI single as the Tigers batted around, and now an RBI double for McManus.
And finally, McManus has more doubles than triples. We've been waiting for that stat to catch up. He's got 4 doubles now, 3 triples on the year to go along with 7 homers. So 14 of his 26 hits this year have been extra base hits.
LSU with 1 in the first and 1 in the second, and a 9-run uprising in the 4th, and an RBI double by McManus in the 6th, and a fastball strike to Cranford. Collier has popped up to the first baseman. He's been hit by a pitch and scored. And he drove in a run on a fielder's choice in his 3rd at bat.
Cranford, who attended nearby Zachary High School, has played various positions throughout his time in Baton Rouge.
The out is recorded at first base. Thompson held on at third, and McManus did likewise at second. This weekend, with Ole Miss coming to town, and then the following Tuesday against Northwestern State, those are the remaining home games for LSU during the regular season. Tigers have 11 hits. They've been plunked 3 more times tonight. Dugas takes a strike. He has driven in 3 runs at the top of the order. He homered into the left field bleachers, a rising line drive in the first inning. He led off for the Tigers with that 1-run swing. And then he doubled, or I beg your pardon, he singled in a couple of runs in the 4th. He had walked in the 2nd. He's flied out as well to center field. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, and a run home in the 6th for LSU.
Hitters count here. 3-1 count and a 12-3 game in the 6th. We'll see how much Southeastern wants to nibble, but if I'm Dugas, I'm sitting. Dead red fastball coming out of my shoes right here.
He didn't get a chance to swing. That was well out of the zone. But this is a very nice debut with the first start for Dugas in a long, long time. A homer, a walk, make it 2 walks now, a 2-run single, and a flyout. And the bases are full of Tigers. Thompson, McManus, Dugas. Here's Pearson. Pearson does not have a base hit, but he has scored a run. And he has driven in a run with a sacrifice fly to right field. He is 0 for 2 officially.
This is the old, all right, big guy, we need you to throw some strikes for us. That's a lonely feeling when you're out there. And look, somebody's got to eat up some innings in this game because, again, they've lost 7 pitchers going back to the fall. They're short 7 guys that were going to start and relieve, and good pitchers that were main cogs in this wheel, and they've been able to overcome it. But that said, they don't want to burn up anybody or affect anything how they're going to play this weekend down in Thibodaux against the Nichols Colonels. So they've got to have some guys that haven't thrown a bunch eat up some innings.
The outcome for the Lions this weekend could very well decide whether they are a host 1 or host 2 seed in the first round of the Southland Conference playoffs. And either one of those positions is extremely advantageous. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. Pearson out of West Monroe. The outfield is straightaway and deep. That's ball 4. And the run parade continues for the Tigers. A walk and an RBI for the young outfielder. Here's Dylan Cruz, whose 5-game hitting streak is on the line. Cruz is 0 for 4 with an RBI ground out.
And you wonder if, he's going to get another at-bat, even though there's plenty of baseball left to be played. At some point in a 10-plus run game, you want to give some other guys opportunities, and you surely don't want to get your star player extended or potentially injured in a meaningless 8th or 9th.
We will be updating you with SEC scores in the 7th inning, particularly the Bellarmine score. Did I get it right?
You did, according to official sources.
Cruz has had 7 bases loaded opportunities this year, and he's had 3 base hits. He may get a good pitch to strike here. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. The bases are loaded. LSU with 2 more runs in the 6th inning, making it a 13-3 game. Cruz walks. He gets the RBI. And the Tigers move to a 14-3 lead.
Well, Matt Reiser was hoping with 2 outs that he could stretch and get and will his reliever Potter to get that last out, but it's just not going to happen. I mean, I'm wondering if he's going to make a change here now. Watch the catcher. Ball comes up and gets him where you don't want to be got. Why when you call a breaking ball, by the way, you don't want to backhand it. You want to go down and block it, get low, get your chest out over it. Tried to backhand it, and whiffed on the back.
So Grisafi will take his time.
Now, while we've got a break in the action, I want to tell you about an event coming up with the LSU Alumni Association up in Shreveport this Sunday. They're having a big giant crawfish boil. They're going to be watching the LSU Ole Miss game. I know Jacob Hester is going to be there as well. It's up in Shreveport this Sunday. It's the Caddo Parish LSU Alumni and Fans Crawfish Boil. It's at the Market Restaurant. They do have tickets at the door, and it's between 12 and 5 this weekend. So if you're a Tiger fan in North Louisiana, go support the LSU Alumni Association.
You know, in the old days, what we just saw would be described by the announcer as he got the wind knocked out of him.
That's it. He got the wind and his deep voice knocked out of him right there. So we will have a new reliever.
Perhaps one pitch too late to save Grisafi. We'll take a break here. LSU has not trailed in this game. It was 1-0 after 1, 2-1 Tigers after 2. Since then, it's been mostly LSU en route to a 14-3 lead. We are back to Baton Rouge in a moment on the SEC ESPN Network.
Okay, snacks and popcorn are going to be expensive. Let's just accept that. Going to the movies can be a lot for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Bathrooms. Even if you don't have to go, you should try.
We all know where the bathroom is and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money bundling their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be painful.
And here comes, there's an extra seat in here.
No. We don't need a coat wrangler.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home, auto, and more with us.
No one who made the movies here.
Brock Batty, a left-hander out of Denham Springs, carries 210 pounds on a 6'1 frame. And Batty is on here in relief of Alex Potter, who relieved Noah Smith, who took over for Andrew Uritich. And it was Daniel Dugas who got the start and went 1 inning for the Lions.
Now, Brock Batty, a grad transfer. He started his career off at UL Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns, out of Denham Springs High School. And you see he's only thrown 1/3 of an inning this year, so an opportunity to, again, we talked about, eat up some innings so they don't, the Lions don't have to burn their weekend rotation just finishing out this game.
On to the SEC scoreboard. Samford leads Mississippi State 8-5 in the 7th inning. Indiana State is on top of Vanderbilt in Nashville. It's the top of the 9th. Indiana State has a 4-3 lead over Vanderbilt. South Carolina Upstate is upsetting South Carolina 9-5 in the 8th inning. And that's a South Carolina home game. Tennessee has defeated Bellarmine 11-5. Florida shut out Bethune-Cookman 7-0. Auburn is leading Troy 11-4. That's in the top of the 8th inning. And that game is being played at the Sun Belt Conference School. Alabama 13, Jacksonville State 6. That's in the 9th. And UT Martin at Kentucky was canceled. You are up to date in the SEC. Here's Trey Morgan, the 9th batter to come to the plate for LSU. It's the 2nd time tonight that the Tigers have batted around. LSU sent 13 Tigers to the plate in the 4th inning. Morgan has singled twice. He's got a couple of runs driven in. He also has bounced out to the second baseman twice. So Trey is 2 for 4 with 2 RBI and a run scored. There's a Tiger on every base on a 2-2 count with 2 outs. A looper to center. And it's back, carrying off the center fielder's glove, apparently. 3-run score. Finke was not able to recognize that ball headed his way as clearly and cleanly and quickly as he probably would have liked. And Ronnie, it looked as though he was going to be able to catch it, but then it kept carrying, and Finke was unable to come up with it.
Yeah, this ball smashed by Morgan, but you're right. Finke didn't read it well. Look how he kind of drifts a little bit as opposed to turning and running a little bit more full speed. I think he thought he had a beat on it, and it ended up just going a little bit further than he expected. Had a chance to make the catch. Ball hit off his glove, and usually kind of rule of thumb, unless you're diving, the ball hits off your glove, you should catch it.
Well, it is a 3-run double by Morgan. And Doty comes up and lines it right to third baseman Shea Thomas. But LSU gets 6 in the inning. And we go to the 7th in a 17-3 LSU lead over Southeastern Louisiana.
Put some spring in your sip with cold brew topped with cold foam at Dunkin'. A little salty with our salted caramel cold foam, or a little sweet with our sweet cold foam. Either way, it'll be smooth sipping from here on out. Spring on the cold brew. America runs on Dunkin'.
It's a good thing you bundled your home, auto, and RV insurance with Progressive. You save money, and you get round-the-clock protection.
So don't worry, it's all under control. That's cool, we'll finish up here.
Bye.
That's why you go to the restroom before the movie starts.
Get epic protection for your Dominion with Progressive.
This is Vuity, The first and only FDA-approved eye drop that improves age-related blurry near vision.
Wait, what? It sounded like you just said an eye drop that may help you see up close.
I did. It's an innovative way to...
So wait, I don't always have to wear reading glasses?
Yeah. Vuity helps you see up close.
So I can see up close with just my eyes?
Uh-huh. With one drop in each eye once daily.
In focus?
Yep.
Like, really?
Really. Vuity is a prescription eye drop to help you see up close.
Ow, wait, what? Wait, what?
See for yourself. Use Vuity with caution in night driving and hazardous activities in poor light. Also, if your vision is not clear, do not drive or use machinery. Contact your doctor immediately if you have sudden vision loss. Most common side effects are headache and eye redness. Ask your eye doctor about Vuity and see for yourself. Learn how to sign up and save at myvuitypoints.com.
Nine in the fourth and 6 in the fifth. Those have been the two explosive innings for LSU in a 17-3 advantage on 12 base hits. 4 for the Lions. Luke Leto is the new first baseman. He has replaced Trey Morgan. And Drew Bianco is catching as he has replaced Tyler McManus. So Bianco behind the dish, replacing McManus. Leto at first base, replacing Morgan. Ronnie, I was going back through the long history of Bianco at LSU these past several years. He has played every defensive position except pitcher.
Well, you know who did that? It was back in 1990. LSU had an Ironman night. It was Keith Osick, who ended up playing a long time in the major leagues as a backup catcher mostly. And Keith Osick was a tremendous athlete, came to LSU as a shortstop, ended up playing in the majors as a catcher. But one night, each inning, they put him at all 9 different positions. And it was a promotion that they marketed, and folks knew coming to the ballpark that there was a chance that was going to happen. And that was pretty cool. And it's never been done since at LSU.
Nick Ray is pinch hitting for Garcia.
Maybe the Baton Rouge Rougarou could steal that idea this summer in the Texas Collegiate League and have a Ironman night.
Nick Ray did not last long.
You see, located on that outer third, 95-mile-an-hour heater by Blake Money.
Pierce Levengood is going to pinch hit. And a strike from Money. He has faced 4 batters, has Money in relief. He has recorded 2 strikeouts and 2 fly ball outs to center field.
It's a different mindset. That one missed his location but still got the strike. It's a different mindset when you come out of the bullpen and you know you're only going to go, a couple of innings. It's a different mind, how you attack, the emotion you use, the effort, you put on every pitch where you throw it as hard as you can. It's different than if you're a starter and you conserve some a little bit.
Well, Giovanni DiGiacomo has entered the game for LSU, and he replaces Cruz in center field. So 3 changes defensively, and Money may be done for the night after a perfect appearance against 5 batters. He struck out 3 of them, including Ray and the second pinch hitter here in the 7th, and so we will. We'll see what happens here.
This is a nice moment. They're going to let Trey Schaefer come into the game, the former Southeastern Lion. Blake Money gets a big hand from the crowd.
So they're going over the signals right now as well. We'll step aside and be right back. LSU's lead is gargantuan.
Okay, snacks and popcorn are going to be expensive. Let's just accept that. Going to the movies can be a lot for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Bathrooms. Even if you don't have to go, you should try.
We all know where the bathroom is and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money bundling their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be painful.
Hand me your coats. There's an extra seat right here.
No. We don't need a coat wrangler.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home, auto, and more with us.
No one who made the movies here.
This is Vuity, the first and only FDA-approved eye drop that improves age-related blurry near vision.
Wait, what? It sounded like you just said an eye drop that may help you see up close.
I did. It's an innovative way to...
So wait, I don't always have to wear reading glasses?
Yeah. Vuity helps you see up close.
So I can see up close with just my eyes?
Uh-huh. With one drop in each eye once daily.
In focus?
Yep.
Like... Really?
Really. Vuity's a prescription eye drop to help you see up close.
Ow, wait, what? Wait, what?
See for yourself. Use Vuity with caution in night driving and hazardous activities in poor light. Also, if your vision is not clear, do not drive or use machinery. Contact your doctor immediately if you have sudden vision loss. Most common side effects are headache and eye redness. Ask your eye doctor about Vuity and see for yourself. Learn how to sign up and save at myvuitypoints.com.
Trey Schaefer has replaced Blake Money, and Schaefer gets an opportunity to pitch against his former teammates.
Yeah, I saw him before the game visiting with some of the, support staff and guys he played with. Schaefer won a lot of games and was a good pitcher for the Lions. You see him not get much action this year in Baton Rouge. At this point, he's really like the third option for left-handers out of the bullpen. You see 5 1/3 innings. He struck out 6, has walked a bunch, but he was a good one. And, his best year at Southeastern came during the COVID year. He was having a fantastic month, and then the COVID shut the world down and the college baseball world down, or who knows, that was going to be his draft year. He might have been taken someplace in the draft, and then since then, it hasn't been the same.
You talked about him maybe as a third left-handed pitcher option out of the bullpen. Let's for a moment cast our eyes on the first two, Riley Cooper and Jacob Hasty. Now, Riley Cooper has been Mr. Rubber Arm all season long for LSU as a short reliever, a middle reliever from the left side. Jacob Hasty, the last 3 weeks or so, maybe a month, has come from nowhere, literally, to be one of the most effective left-handed pitchers in the SEC. And we'll see if we can get some numbers up on him, but he has been tremendous and really an afterthought, except for a starting point about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Jacob Hasty right there in the middle with the glasses. First 28 games, 0 appearances. People were asking, is he still on the team? Is he hurt? What's going on? In the last 19 games, he's been lights out. 17 innings pitched since April 5th. 21 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Well, Schaefer comes on and completes the 3 strikeout inning. Money got the first 2. Schaefer, against his old teammates, throws some high heat. 17-3, Tigers.
Mercy rule.
Well, we are being told, and obviously there is evidence on the field that this game is over. Both coaches apparently have agreed to call it a night with LSU out in front 17-3. Southeastern is getting ready for its big weekend, the final weekend of the Southland Conference. And LSU, of course, will be entertaining Ole Miss on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Ronnie, after 7, make it 6.5 innings, a 17-3 score is enough to call it quits for the evening.
Well, this game were being played in February, March, or something, or even early April. They'd probably finish it just to get guys experience in at-bats. But with Southeastern having its season on the line this weekend, an opportunity, if they finish first or second in the Southland Conference, to host the tournament at their place, they want to get this game over with and get back to Hammond and get ready for the weekend.
So the Lions did get a couple of home runs, one from Christian Garcia, the other from Evan Keller, his 7th of the year. Keller was good at the top of the order. Tigers got a home run from Gavin Dugas. He also had 2 more RBI in the game for a total of 3. And LSU throughout the lineup was productive. So the Tigers win it tonight by a 17-3 score, and that is our final from Baton Rouge. We are so glad you have spent some time with us this evening. Final score from Louisiana's capital, LSU 17, Southeastern 3. For Ronnie Rance, I'm Lynn Rollins. Good night from Baton Rouge. This has been a presentation of ESPN.